Hello. Welcome everyone. It is in fact Wednesday once again. And I feel like my audio... Okay, no, it was not plugged in. My headphones were not plugged in fully, but now they are. That's right everyone, it's Web Fishing Wednesday. It's back. We have not played web fishing in some time. I don't know how long it's been. Anyway, look at this background. What is this? What is this place? This is in fact Bamberg Castle, Northumberland, England. This island's characteristically cloudy skies don't usually let much sun through. Whatever, I'm not reading that. That's right, it's web fishing. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Deffins, Xtag, Yuko, Fotato, Namai, Duck, Laketh. Everyone's here. Literally everyone. Alright, it's been a while. When was the last time I actually played this? Let's actually find out. Welcome Apolin. YouTube.com/Wolfington. Before you continue, we use cookies? No, I don't think so. I don't think you will. Okay, live web fishing. Web fishing real. Web fishing real last stream 2 months ago? Last stream 1 month. I guess it hasn't been that long, has it? 1 month ago? When was this? July? What the frick? What is this? Wait a second. When the heck was this? People mentioned Nemi Nightmare, Northern Lion, Mr. Beast. I talked about these people on this stream. I didn't know they had like this. It's been okay, so July. It's been like that's not so long. 2 months. Not even a full 2 months. Wait, I wonder if I can find like when I mentioned them. Let's read the transcript. Mimi. Oh yeah, this one she was getting married. Right, and then Northern Lion. Okay, Northern Lion, Mind Stream. I don't know what that means. What about Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast? He was in fact mentioned. Wow, that's crazy. They got everything. Anyway, I guess it's been like 2 months. It feels like it's been longer. Okay, we're gonna make a lobby. Unlisted and manual. That's it. That's everything. That's literally everything. Anyway, this is today's art. It is me fishing. And that's going to be on the screen. Perhaps right here. And then of course this thing probably it's been on the screen for like a week, at least 2 weeks now. I should probably remove it, but you know, it's so animated, you know. Welcome Hamp. Okay, the lobby code, right. That's a thing. Lobby code, there it is. Still taking care of work stuff, but I'll join as soon as I can. No worries. I know that no one plays this game. Literally no one cares about web fishing anymore. But maybe that's because I played it too often. You know, people were like, oh, he's playing web fishing again? It's crazy. But then once you don't play it often, then it's like, oh shoot, I don't know when the next one's gonna be. Then it becomes a scarce thing. Welcome Brainzap. Web fishing again? What do you mean again? Can't join because I have to do a bunch of C programming. No. C program. The only C programming is this lake. What about pond programming? What about ocean programming, huh? Did I say scarce? What did I say? I don't even remember what I said. What am I talking about? This game does cost money. I think it's like $5 or something, or like $2. I don't know. It's pretty cheap. Let's see. Hempy was playing this. I don't know. I feel like that's a streamer that I've probably seen in my recommendations, but I've not actually clicked. $2? I don't know if it's $2. It might be like $5. Did I say scarce? It's pronounced scarcey. No, that's not true at all. I remember when you said no one played Animal Crossing, you summoned 3 corpo streamers playing Animal Crossing into my feed that week. No, that was like... It was just a coincidence. Surely you're not going to see other corpo VTubers playing web fishing again. If they ever even did. I don't know if they ever even did. Did any of them? I know Min Phantom played web fishing one time. Randon played it one time. I don't think I've seen any corpo VTubers play it. Not scarcey. The first part sounds like scare and not scar. Scarce? Scarce? No, I feel like scarce also works. I'm pretty sure both ways work. How to pronounce scarce. Scarce. Whoops. Scarce. 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 Wait, I clicked the wrong thing. I did not mean... Oh no, I generated an AI answer. Scarcity. 2 ways. Look at this. 2 ways. There's 2 ways to do it. Oh man. I don't think I can turn off my VPN right now because I'm on web fishing. And that might close the lobby. I need like a source that is not YouTube. So there's like, okay, there's like, what is this?
Scarce.
I don't hear it.
Scarce.
Wait, is my audio on Windows broken again? Oh, it's broken again. Oh, frick. This has happened before. I don't remember how I fixed it. I think I might have like unplugged and replugged the capture card. Okay, let me try doing that. 1 second. You're gonna see the display like turn off and back on. I guess before I... Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Literally right now. I've replugged it. Presumably... It's good. Presumably that's good. If you press Control Window V, it'll open up your audio up. No, it's we've had this issue. It's a different thing, I believe. Spatial sound. Output device, that's the correct one. Okay, what if I unplug specifically the HDMI? And then I replug it. Okay, what about this? It's still not working. I guess we'll never know then. We will just never know how to pronounce this word. Unless... What if I go on my phone and then you could just listen to the audio from my microphone? How to pronounce scarce. Scarce. It's like scarcity, right? Scarcity? We heard it say sound from the pronounce site. Wait, this works? I don't hear it. Wait a second. Is my audio broken?
Scarce. Scarce.
Oh, it does. Wait, it does show up on OBS. I guess I don't hear it. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me hold on. Something's broken on my end. Okay, what if I did this? What if I did this?
Scarce.
Oh, I hear it now. Okay, I think I did something different. Scarce.
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 Scarce?
Scarce.
Scarce. Okay, I guess it's all scarce.
Scarce.
Is it really not scarce?
Scarce.
Isn't it like scarcity?
Scarce.
Isn't that a thing? Scarce?
Scarce.
See?
Scarce.
That's the one person said it's scarce.
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 Oh, this is just like random people's pronunciations. Anyone can submit their pronunciation. Is scarcity? No, surely not. I've definitely been saying scarce my entire life. How to say scarcity? Scarcity? Artificial scarcity? I feel like I've heard both ways. Can someone confirm this? Are there multiple pronunciations and then scarce is the common one, but then scarce is also valid? No, this is not a bit. I've been saying it like this my entire life. Never heard it like scar. No, it's gotta be. Can I? Scar is scarce pronounced like scare? Variations. See, look at this. Variations of pronunciation. The incorrect makes me wonder if people have read but have not heard it. Scare plus S is okay. Maybe I'm just. This is actually amazing to me that I have never had this be corrected until now. Scarce. Scarce? Man, that's crazy. Well, I guess I learned something today. I'm going to put that in my notes. Streaming. Today I learned the pronunciation of scarce. Scarce though? Really? That's weird. I guess I don't say it that often. I feel like I've heard people say it though. I feel like I've probably picked it up from someone else. I've heard both ways, but I thought both were valid. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's actually false. That is fake information that is actually not true at all. Anyway, whatever, it's fine. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Web fishing. Right, people simply don't play web fishing until now. Right, I was saying that people don't play it, and that might be because I'm playing it too much. And then because I was playing it so much, people were like, I don't need to join. He's going to play it again next week, and then I'll join next week. But then they don't. And then I stopped playing it for a month and a half, and then people start joining. They're like, I don't know when he's going to play it again. If you get enough people saying it the other way, it'll be valid eventually. Yeah, that's how language works. That's how you get words to be correct, is that you just say them. Where are the guns? I don't know. You can probably mod in a gun. That's probably a thing that exists. Anyway, the title of the stream does say that there might be Game Boy game dev. Now I have made some progress on my Picross game. I'm not gonna be programming right now, but I will show you what I got working. It's gonna look so cool. If you remember last time, I was trying to like get the grid to be displayed. But look at this, we have, oh, it doesn't work, wait a second. Oh, right, because this is not synchronized. I have to actually get pull. Get up. Okay, now it should work. Look at this. Whoa, dude, he got it to work. You can mark and also unmark. You're literally modifying multiple tiles at runtime based on user input. We're taking bits and we are doing bitwise operations to put shapes in 5x5 areas. Anyway, that's cool, right? Everyone is like, whoa, Wolfie, that's so cool. Whoa, that's so cool. I can't believe you did that. But that was the thing that I did. And then the next thing is going to be to get the numbers on the screen, which actually I think should be pretty easy. I wrote it in such a way that you can put arbitrary patterns, and you could even draw them in Sprite, which is what I did. That is how I did it, and it's there, and it's real, and it works. Yeah. I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? Web fishing? Bro, no one plays this. It's Wednesday. That's the day that people play web fishing. Look at that, we got art. Classic, was that a rat? I guess I shouldn't look until it's done. We're not even gonna look. The trees are obscuring the vision. I'm not gonna look until it's done. Because then you want the surprise to be there, right? You'll have people, they know what to expect. You can kind of see it a little bit, but we're gonna block it off. Just so we don't know. Simply so that we don't know. But yeah. So I was originally not going to stream today because I actually misremembered. On my schedule it said probably no stream Wednesday, and then later I found out that I misremembered. I had like a work thing that was on Wednesday, but then it's actually next Wednesday. It was like a thing where people from outside the New York office are visiting New York for like the week. I was like, oh no, I probably can't stream on, you know, Wednesday because it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. But then I thought it was this week, it was next week. So next week though, probably no Wednesday stream because I will be at the office. But that means that today there is a Wednesday stream. And then everyone is like, whoa, that's so cool. You get to stream on Wednesday. I love watching the Wednesday streams. I love fishing at the same time as the streamer. And then I can see myself on the screen. Look, that's them right there. We can't see the names for some reason because this game is still bugged. They will never fix this game. It's actually kind of messed up. It hasn't been updated. I thought this game was updated because Vacuously was playing this, I think, last weekend, and I logged on and I was like, whoa, this UI looks different. That's crazy. But I think I just didn't see the UI because I'm always the one creating lobbies. I never actually go in like the join game menu, and I was like, this looks new. This thing that shows you like the list of lobbies that are open, I've never seen this before. But I think it's because I never look up lobbies. I'm always creating them. Why don't they fix a $2 game? Because the developer was like doxxed or something. He was bullied off the internet for making a game that people enjoy. I don't know. And then he released a plush. And then never spoke again. 2027 massive web fishing patch. I don't think so. There's not really any reason to do it. I don't know. Web fishing, that's so 2024. Don't you know that no one plays this game? Sometimes people, they log in, they go, this game is chill. What a chill game. And I do agree. It is cool to socialize. Well, look, what the frick? There's a whale in that bucket. It's huge. But it's no longer impressive. We've seen enough whales in this game that nothing impresses us anymore. Is anyone impressed by anything nowadays in web fishing? Yeah, nobody fishes. What if it was, we talked about this on the lawn mowing stream, is that if someone made a collaborative lawn mowing game that would be kind of similar to web fishing, I think it could pop off. Like, what if you had an open area, everyone had lawnmowers, and then they just collaborated to mow the lawn? I think it would be quite nice. But it's not the same though, because like with fishing in games, you can kind of fish infinitely, right? You can just put the lure in the lake or ocean, and then you can just do it infinitely. It doesn't run out. But with lawn mowing though, it kind of just, at some point you run out of grass to mow. And maybe I don't know. Maybe then it can respawn the grass, but then it's like, then what's the point, right? People would just play bumper cars. I mean, that's what's happening in this game. This game, not everyone does fishing. Some people do gambling. Some people do art. Some people just like run around using the metal detector, right? A lot of things for people to do. Scratch tickets. gambling, finding hidden objects, hide and seek maybe. Some people probably do that. What if they had jump quests? If this was MapleStory and they had like obstacles you have to jump over, obstacle courses, that'd be cool. Someone should do that. I think someone should make a game like that. Wait a second, that was pretty fun. I remember when I played MapleStory, jump quests were fun. Okay, they weren't fun, but they were memorable. Especially if you were playing with other people. You'd be like, you know, one person would jump up and you're like, no, no, how do you make it so far? They've jumped so high up. And then you try to catch up and then you fall down. I guess it's like Fall Guys. Never mind. I don't... No one plays Fall Guys. Welcome Namington. Look up. Is anyone looking up? Has anyone looked up recently? When in your life would you look up? Would I look up right now? I'm looking up right now. Welcome Jurgen. Look up in the dictionary. Look up into the sky. The sky is so white. You know, I never noticed that. Like, the sky in this game is white instead of blue. What the heck? Why did it take me so long to notice this? I've been playing this game for months. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even consider. I did receive a free copy of Fall Guys from the developer. Didn't everyone though? Isn't Fall Guys free now? It like started off as like a paid thing and then like Epic Games bought it out or something. Now it's free. Lawn mowing, power washing. Who's gonna make a combined menial task simulator so we can all RPO on property? Want to be able to repair holes in drywall or grout tile? It probably exists. Isn't that what there's a game called House Flipper or whatever? Isn't that a game that exists? It was 60 quids. No, it was like $20, right? But it was also free on PlayStation Plus. I don't know. Those are some things that I can't relate to because I don't have a PlayStation. But maybe you do. Maybe some of you out here have a PlayStation. Maybe you're using it right now. PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 6. What about the PlayStation 7? We just don't know. Oh wait, there was one thing I wanted to do. It's Uma Musume. We had I didn't record my my Uma Musume, was it the Gemini Cup that happened? So we can watch it on stream right now. Literally, it's gonna take like 5 minutes. I'm not playing Uma Musume right now. I'm simply showing something that happened. Welcome, Sarah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be welcome, Matthias. Hello. You've joined just in time to watch me do some racing. What were you doing? Let me shout you out, Matthias. You were doing Pikmin 4. I hope you had a good time playing Pikmin 4. Did I welcome Sarah? I saw your name and in my head I welcomed you, but I don't remember if I actually did. I don't remember if I did actually welcome you. But I hope you now feel welcomed. I did? Okay, that's good. Pikmin's been fun. That's good. I've actually never played Pikmin. I don't really know what the deal is with Pikmin, but I do know that many people enjoy it. And I think that's good. We're gonna watch a race. I'm not gonna tell you how it went. Actually, it probably tells you. It's gonna be spoilers. Actually, okay, hold on. Let me go to a different scene, simply so that you don't see it. Okay, what if I cover it? But then I can't see it. Yeah, we're gonna cover the screen so you don't get to see whether I won or lost. I'm gonna have to guess where the cursor is. Okay, I've clicked on something. On the left side, I believe it's... Wait, that's the wrong thing. That is in fact the wrong thing. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, it's this one. It's this one right here. And then it's the one on this side. And then we have the replay. It's right here. Okay, where is it? It's this button right here. Okay, I believe. Yep. Okay, that's the replay right there. You don't get to see whether I won or lost. But here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is it. So for people not familiar with Uma Musume, this is you have one shot. Okay, it's like a PvP event. You train your team, and then like you get one shot. It determines everything. This one, I've actually kind of stopped playing Uma Musume, honestly, because it takes too much time. I've given up. I don't even do my dailies anymore. I just log in. I'm just like, oh, look at this. It's crazy. I'm gonna let... The club is gonna be so let down. Anyway, this is it. We're not gonna do like a run today. I'm just gonna show you this race. I got speed and Sam, and straightaway spurt, and long S. So I have Air Groove as my front runner. Is that a worldwide thing? It's global. This is global. There's like a Japanese version. There's a Korean version. Other stuff. Basically, you train your horses. They have skills that trigger based on stats. And then you're like, oh shoot, am I gonna win? Am I gonna lose? Whatever. So this is my debuffer. She's in the front runner position. I mean the race, are these the best horses in the world? I don't know what you mean by that. As in like the players who created... No, it's like you have your horses. You submit your horses to be placed and they run against other horses. And then you get ranked. They're running. Anyway, this is like, it's pretty fun. I was actually like, when I was watching this, I was like, holy frick, they're running non-standard characters, you know? There's like a meta. They have winning ticket is in here. You never see winning ticket. But that's my horse. But she's not gonna win, okay? Because she is not meant to win. She is just there to debuff the other racers. Whoever's in first, that's the only thing that matters. There's a leaderboard. It's like, I guess, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a PvP event. You place against various players. You qualify for the finals. There's stuff. There's things. But they're racing, okay? They've started racing. These are my horses, the ones with the arrows above them. You'll notice everyone is bunched up. Like, what are they doing? Oh my god, they're getting blocked. Okay, now we got winning ticket. She is really far ahead. It's actually concerning how far ahead she is. I was like, no, you gotta win. You gotta catch up. Look at that. How can we possibly catch up? That's actually crazy. Never seen anyone run winning ticket. I was like, man, if I lose here, I would be okay with this. Because winning ticket, someone doing a non-meta build, I think that's pretty good, right? It's pretty impressive. Okay, we're starting to catch up. It's actually really close. The finish line is literally right here. It's literally right there. Oh, shoot. Oh my god. I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, what the? That was actually so close. We won this one. I got first place. And I just wanted this to be recorded, okay? Because I didn't record it. But now it's on stream. It's in the VOD. I've done it. I've done it. First place. Because the first one that I did, I got second place. And I was like, man, I think I just got lucky this time. I got placed against people that were not, like, maybe they also got lucky in their ones. Because I had a lot of issue even getting into the finals. But I got it. Anyway, that's it for Uma Musume. We've done it. Back to web fishing. We're out here fishing. Hope everyone is having a good Wednesday. How are you all doing today? Is everyone having fun today? I just did work. I finished work and then I logged on. I got 1 million achievements, yeah, because I mostly play on my phone. Or like not on PC. So it, like, I guess it tracks the what you've done on the phone as well, and then it's like, oh, you got these things, and then whatever. That's how it is. Everyone has left the game. Was that manual or did you get disconnected because I switched games? I'm gonna assume it was manual because no one said they got kicked from the game. X-Tag is still in here. Everything okay, so it was everyone's left. It's fine. That's how it goes with web fishing. People will just enter and leave. What is this? Oh, it's Op Ratlow. Are you? Is this? It's still in progress. Okay, I will not take a screenshot until it's done, but that is impressive. That is me as a rat. You got dithering right there. Look at that. It's very, very good. Very good. You got the glasses as well. The portal must be leaving now. Thanks for stopping by. I think that's cool. Wolf rat. It's true. That is in fact a rat wearing my clothing. It's actually wacky that they don't have the shade of blue. You know, because like every time you have to use blue in web fishing, it's like it's this bright blue. Actually, no, I guess this color is this. I never thought about that. I guess the black is not actually black. It's like a very dark blue. It's like this color does kind of match this. However, it's like, you know, you use it as black, so then you can't really use it for this. There's a lot of things to consider when doing art in this game. Anyway. What are we doing here? What is anyone doing here today? I tried dithering the blue-black once to make a dark blue. It didn't look that great. Yeah, there's only like 5 colors, right? We got like gold. We got white, black, red, blue, yellow, and green. I guess that's like 6 colors, right? Bunch of colors in the rainbow crayon, but they don't make them available. Yeah, it's like a 1 color. It goes through many colors. It really goes to show you that you can't have everything in life. Sometimes you gotta consider adapting to the options given to you. It's the symbolism right there. Anyway, what is there to talk about? Can I look at my notes? What did I write down in my notes recently? Nothing. Game Boy Picross. Oh, I burnt my right index finger on the toaster oven on Saturday. That was the thing. I was heating up food and then I accidentally touched the heating thing and there's like, oh shoot. And it was really hot. But I think it has mostly healed. It's fine now. It didn't hurt like that much. It was only in contact for like maybe like 10 milliseconds. What specifically? It was an eggplant parm sandwich from work. I'd taken it home as leftovers and it was pretty good. Same actually, were you also heating up something in the toaster oven specifically? What a coincidence. Was it also on Saturday? Okay, I asked 2 questions, but I think the yes was for the first one. If it was also for the second one, that would have been impressive. I'd be like, what the? It was also on Saturday? It was last week? Yeah, but like Saturday from last week. Work gives you eggplant sandwich? Yes. They have free food. You can probably, if you know someone who works at the same place, you can probably find out where I work. They're like, what? Eggplant parm sandwich? I had that last week specifically. But I feel like you won't. It's probably unlikely, but if you do find out, then you'll know. But you won't. Okay, that was in my notes. What else did I do? Nothing, honestly nothing. Nothing of interest really has happened. It's life. Sometimes, you know, sometimes things happen, sometimes nothing happens. Game Boy. I ordered stuff. You ever order something from Amazon and then like it doesn't arrive and then they message you like, hey, there was an issue with your order. If you don't receive it in 2 days, check back and then we'll give you a refund or whatever. I had ordered some Drano. You know, Drano, that's the thing that unclogs your the sink or whatever. I had ordered it and it did not arrive. It's like, man, I was looking forward to it arriving. But it didn't. It was Sunday, but was it early Sunday though? Because if it was early Sunday, it could have been Saturday here, based on time zones. Probably not. It would have had to been like pretty early, almost midnight, but like midnight at the end of Sunday. I guess that would make sense. Almost midnight implies before midnight. It means it wasn't midnight. So it'd be Sunday night, which in fact would not be Saturday here. Unfortunate. Oh, that's fine. What, did you also burn like your right index finger? What if I draw? I draw specifically the part that's burnt. Okay, so this is like the finger. This is like the nail, right? Okay, specifically, it was this part. This part right here. This was in contact with the heating element. So, you know, like the toaster oven, it has like the... What are these things called? The cylinders that heat up. There's the left one. No, that's two different. They have like, you know, they have 2 cylinders at the bottom. And then they have like, you know, the rack that you put stuff on. It's kind of hard to like describe this. But you know, it's got these things. You put the food on here. And then I think I accidentally touched this. Because something fell on it. You know, like when you heat stuff up, sometimes the cheese melts. The cheese melts and then it falls onto this thing. And then like, when that happens, there's like all this like steam, not steam, what's it called? Whatever. The hob. Oh, is this called a hob? I guess if it is, yeah, that's what I touched. It's bad. It was, I thought it was fine. Because it wasn't on for that long. You know, like it takes a while for it to heat up. I was like, okay, maybe I should just, you know, real quick. Welcome aloe vera. Was it the top bit? It was specifically the part that heats up. It was literally this. Is this thing. Because like, I think something fell and then it was like around here and it's like, oh, it's probably like, you know, not hot enough for it to hurt. I try to pick up this thing and then like, oops, ow, that actually hurt. It's fine. It was only for like a brief second. Those are easy to burn yourself on when you're reaching in to pull your stuff out. Yeah. That's why usually I use like a fork to get stuff out of the oven, the toaster oven. That's a toaster oven. Mine was the thing you put sandwiches in. Is there a thing specifically for sandwiches? A panini press? Is there like another type of oven specifically? Oh, like a toaster? Just like a toaster? Just like a regular toaster? Yeah, the heating element. It was like, yeah, this, oh, I should have just like pulled up an image. It's like this thing on the bottom. Yeah, this thing right here is this thing. Horizontal toaster. What the frick is this? They have a thing on the top and also like this thing on the bottom. How does that work? Yeah, they got this. It's the element from which the heat ings. True, true. The heating element. Anyone been heated recently by an element? Such as fire. Fire is an element. It does produce heat. Looking up panini press works makes sense. Oh, is that what you were... Is that what you were using? Panini press. Was it this one? You were using this? That's what you had. I've got a Breville countertop oven. I use it quite a lot. Does anyone like... Okay, so I've heard some people, they don't have toaster ovens. They just like, they have like the regular toaster. Just for bread. Like this stuff. Like who actually has one of these? I certainly don't. I'm sure probably a lot of people do, but I never find myself wishing, oh boy, I wish I could heat up specifically like a few slices of bread. I feel like a toaster oven is like way more useful. Right, you can heat up many things. I got verbally abusive over argon. I can't believe it. What is there to do about argon? I have one somewhere, it's probably in a closet somewhere, but then that means you don't use it then. Wealthy famously hates toasters, that's not true. I have one of those rather than a toaster oven. But isn't it less generalizable though? If I was gonna heat up something horizontal, I would use my actual oven. Yeah, but then you gotta like preheat your oven, right? Isn't that annoying? Everything's always like, oh, you gotta preheat your oven to 400 whatever, and then you put the food in. It's like, what the heck? Why can't I just turn it on? No one in my family ever uses the oven for anything. I'm sure some of you can relate to this. The oven is just where you put pots and pans. It's never actually used for heating up anything. We would use other things for that. Anyway, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. You said hear me out. I'm waiting for the text. The meta is oven plus air fryer, but panini press is cheaper. Yeah, I feel like the air fryers probably replace a lot of people's usages of ovens. It's like pretty much the same, but better. Because you don't have to preheat it. But it's also smaller, so it's not as suitable for large things. Although I guess you could buy larger ones. I don't know. Does anyone even know? What is your go-to thing for heating stuff up? For me, it's gotta be the toaster oven. I think a lot of people, it'd be the air fryer. You can get countertop ovens that have an air fryer mode. Air fryers are just convection ovens. The more powerful fan. I knew that. I totally knew that. Someone at work was going on about how argon asphyxiation is the best way to die because your body doesn't notice you're not breathing. Because it has the same weight as air. I was like, dude, actually shut up, we're at work. You're surrounded by 16-year-olds, no one's impressed. But then what about argon? You don't even notice that you are gone. Isn't that what's the word? Something. Welcome Props Not Jack. Welcome Nutritious. Bubbles? I don't know who that is. Unfortunately, if you are not a chatter that I recognize, you are not allowed to join. Because I have had bad experiences. Pottery, Pontifree, argon. It was not me, I know. I recognize. Look, they even rescinded their request to join. Because they're like, I will not stand for this. Someone playing web fishing with the lobby code pin but won't even let strangers join. I'm out of here. You can thank that one chatter. That one person who joined, I was like, you better not draw something obscene or hack. And then they did it. And I was like, alright, you're done. I will never trust strangers in this game. ever again. After I verbally abused them so brutally, you know, it's not their fault. I'm sure there are people that are well-meaning. You just go on Twitch, browse the web fishing category, try to join. Just to have fun. But not me. Not me. I will never. Anyway, I don't know. It's good though. It's good. What about mushrooms? What's the deal with mushroom? Isn't this the ending song? I need to like remove this song from the playlist. How do I do that? I think I can't do it specifically because it's local files. You can right click a song on Spotify. I guess I don't need this to be on Spotify. There's really no reason for me to listen to this on Spotify other than like this integration at the bottom that shows you what the song is. I did get very heated over that element, as you can't talk about that in front of basically kids at work. What, the kids don't even know about argon, and that argon will kill you without knowing about it? I mean, I guess I didn't know that. I would have been like, whoa, really? That's crazy. You know all these facts that I don't. Integration's what makes it better, yeah. So then people don't have to ask. They can be like, oh, I already know what the song is. Because it's right there. Simply run a VLC integration. No, that's VIX. That's VLC. It's a different thing. I would ask anyway. People have, actually. Every time someone asks what the song is, I go, it's actually on the bottom left of the screen. And then they go, no, nothing was showing up. It was actually scrolling and I didn't see it. And I was like, well, that's, you know, that's too bad. But now you know. Now you know. I love VLC. I like that their icon is a traffic cone. Because when I see a traffic cone in public that has like the stripes on it and it's orange, I'm like, that's VLC right there. It doesn't happen that often. But when it does, I do think about VLC. And I think that's cool. I like that during Christmas it has a hat. Does it, though? I actually don't really use VLC that often. Like, I do have it on my Mac. But I rarely need to play a video that's on my local drive, right? Usually the videos I watch like are on YouTube or Twitter. And so I don't really need it. Welcome, Zoe. I like that the devs have refused every offer to commercialize it. And the hats, I have it pinned to my toolbar. I mean, it is my default video playing software. And I do use it. Apparently it's because the creator collected traffic cones. Wow. That's an interesting thing to collect. I never thought that would be something that someone would collect. But you know, there's people out there who would collect anything. Does anyone here collect anything in specific? In particular, I mean, in specific? Specifically? Anyone collect like coins or perhaps anything else? VLC is my main music player on my phone. Right, it does play music. You are correct. That is true. I always think of it as like a video player, but I guess it also works for audio. Started collecting a vintage Texas Instruments computer stuff. Like besides calculators. A guy who collected windscreen wipers. That is crazy. I used to collect them at some point. Coins or other. My friend has a jank Switch stream setup for their Linux box. They stream the video signal into VLC And screen capture VLC to share to Discord. Wait, they stream into VLC and then screen capture VLC. I see. You know, when I first streamed, when I was like doing art streams and stuff like that, I actually set up a custom RTMP server on my Mac to cast. You know how like on the iPad, this is for drawing streams specifically. On the iPad, you can use like streaming apps to stream your what am I saying? You can use software on the iPad to stream to like Twitch. You can stream your iPad screen to Twitch. And Twitch, as you all know, uses RTMP as its communication protocol. And I was like, what if I did that, but used my own RTMP server running locally? And then I just had my OBS read from that RTMP server output. It actually worked for a little bit, but it was kind of annoying to set it up. But that's how I did it. I collect Wolfie streams. Which is your favorite one, though? Which stream have you collected? I'm more of an MPV user. I don't even know what that is. I should look up TI-99. I could. But what if I didn't? What if I chose not to? And then you can explain to me what it is. This one, this stream, this is your favorite stream. What about the second favorite stream? I once sent an RTMP from my laptop to my desktop to stream cooking back when I had a functional webcam. Dang. You know, it is cool to know technology, because then you're like, oh, I could totally do that, right? You could be like, oh, I know this software exists. I can probably find some documentation somewhere, and it works. It's a home computer from the era when those existed, before the Commodore 64. But did they have games on it, though? Did they have games on that thing? Because they did have games on the TI-83 Plus. And how did their naming conventions even work? It was mostly for games. I've never even heard of it. Okay, I guess I will look it up then. It's the TI-99. TI-99 4A. Oh wait, I think I have seen these. This looks vaguely familiar. I don't think I've seen these in real life, but I think I've seen these like on the internet somewhere. It was mostly for games. Game Boy, that's your second favorite stream. But there's so many Game Boy streams though. I do appreciate Game Boy a lot more now. It's like, you know, as a kid, you don't really think about it. You're just like, oh, a device that plays games, that's cool. And then now, like, many decades later, I'm like, wait a second, they were actually goated for this. They did all this stuff just to get Picross to work on the Game Boy? That's crazy. Because now I know. Now I've done it myself. And I go, whoa, technology is great. Tiles, you know, they got some management of memory and all that. I'm gonna screenshot this now because I assume it's done. It looks quite good. I like the drawings. Wait a second, is this even... I guess it does work. Because like the loop, he's going around this side. But this is not really a thing that exists in the game. The loop would need to be on the other side. But I think it's good regardless. There's a fun GB game called Battle Bowl. I feel like there's probably like so many Game Boy games that I've not heard of. And that is in fact one of them. He wants the cheese. He doesn't mind that he's trapped in a box. No, but these are different boxes though. There's 2 Wolfies. Game saves were just basic C4 strings, you have to write them down. Yeah, that's how a lot of save game codes worked back in the day as well. Like when they, like Mega Man, they would give you like a code to input. Thinking about how there were Game Boy compatible games for more than a decade. Exactly. I'm right. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I understand the gist of it though. I did consider having something. No, you're okay. I guess now you're connecting them. No. You could just guess. Huge fraction of them worked. They should have done check some validation or whatever. Welcome, Slimolder. Wolfie playing allegedly dead game web fishing. It's true. It is still dead though. There's only like one other person who wants to play. Isn't that wild? It's crazy. It's like no one even cares about web fishing. Why do I even bother, guys? I'm just gonna jump into the lake. No, streamer, don't jump into the lake. You'll respawn and it's fine, but whatever. The hacker community ruined... Sorry, the hacker ruined the community. That was one of the reasons why people stopped playing. But I feel like it's because the game has received no updates. Which, you know, is fine. Not every developer has to continue updating their game forever. But it would be nice if they did. It would be quite pleasant if they would continue updating this game, because there are people that still are fans of it. Yo, third person, let's go. My IRL friend started playing it, what's going on? It's because I was playing it. They're like, oh, Wolfie's playing it, I gotta play it then. Imagine not playing web fishing when Wolfie's playing web fishing, that's crazy. It's actually literally unheard of. If he's playing, I have to join. Wolfie set and ended the trend. Unfortunately so. Also, it's past 6 p.m. I should drink water. It is time to hydrate after all. Alright. I have done it. It has been successful hydration. I feel like my voice is dead today. Just something about it doesn't feel the same. Can anyone relate to this? I guess like if you don't talk every day, you might not notice, but there are some days, even when you talk regularly, your voice just doesn't seem as good as it was the day before. And it's like, it's not obvious why that is. Yes, Zoli understands. See, I knew it. My voice feels kind of congested. I don't know how to describe like how my voice feels today. It's not really being sick. Cause like I can tell when I'm about to be sick. If like my voice and my throat is like a certain way, I'm like, I'm probably gonna be sick in the next few days. This feels different. It's also not a rare occurrence. Like, I don't know if it sounds different to you all, but to me, it sounds less, like... I don't know what the word for it is. It sounds less, like... something. Right? Less articulate, maybe? Vibrant? Yeah, like, something's off. It sounds about the same. I guess it also depends on, like, how you're listening to it. But to me, I think it sounds worse. It also feels worse. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it feels like there's more mouth sounds, if that makes sense. Right? You know, like when there's like excess saliva in your mouth or whatever, and when you talk, it sounds like there's like certain sounds that sound a bit different. I don't know what it is. I always notice, can you tell me what's wrong with my voice today? Whenever people say they sound different on digital communication, I can never tell the difference. I feel like I can sometimes tell the difference. But I think the thing for me is that when I watch streams, it's mostly on speaker. Like, I usually don't watch streams like with headphones on, unless I'm at work, like in the office. But because I'm listening to it via speakers, the speakers are pretty bad. They're literally the built-in speaker on the Mac Mini. That's right, I don't have like dedicated speakers. So it's probably not the best audio, but I usually can't tell the difference a lot of the time. For me, it's more like my vocal cords are not running well. Yes, that is how I feel. It feels like a little bit strained. Can you rotate someone's voice in your mind? I cannot rotate sounds. I can rotate visuals, but not audio. I have ghost in my blood. True. Actually, so true. A good speaker is quite apt at delivering sounds. That is a bit... What, speakers? The fact that I use my Mac Mini speakers. Do you know Steve Jobs deliberately made the default speakers on the original Mac terrible? It sounds like something he would do. But now he's dead, so like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, huh? Rise from the grave? I don't think so. For me, it's also that I sometimes have mucus all over my air pipe. I feel like that's not the case for me today. But sometimes. It's unfortunately actually there, so I have to clear my throat. Yeah. Man. It's life. In this scenario, spend all your talking minutes with metal screams and nothing else. What is this about? This is about fixing your voice. I used to have more of a problem with that until I forced myself to sleep on my side. Oh, the mucus problem? I actually used to be a side sleeper, and then nowadays I sleep facing up. You see that some drawing app can now rotate images like in 3D with AI? I don't think so. Don't think I have seen that. But I would not want to use it. Welcome, Michael. Have I tried sleeping facing upside down? Like, you mean like... By upside down, do you mean like stomach on the bed? Or do you mean like literally like upside down, like vertically? Like you're being like... You're being like hung from the ceiling, but like with your head down. Head on the bed, feet in the air. I have not done that. I feel like most people would not do that. I apparently have a narrow airway, apparently, so back sleeping is a no-go. Man. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I sleep on my back, but when my back was flat, when I tried sleeping without a pillow, I started choking, so maybe you're onto something. Damn. Didn't ChocoJax mention that, like, she can't sleep on her back because then she, like chokes also on her spit in her sleep? Something like that. Anyone else have that? I don't. I've been meaning to look into vocal or breathing exercises. I think breathing properly is important. I think it's good to know good breathing technique. I sleep on my tummy. Do you though? I feel like a lot of people don't. Doesn't that like, isn't that bad in some ways? For like breathing? I don't know. Sometimes I sleep on the other side for no reason. Sometimes also choke for no reason. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened to me. Like, I've never woken up choking. I feel like that would be kind of scary. Choco Jack, so true. Maybe this is why I wake up half dead in the morning. Not breathing. No. There's also a thing where, like, apparently if you, like, sleep without a pillow, it's, like, good for, like, your neck posture or something in the long term. Something like that, right? It's, like... it feels weird, though, right? Here's your pillow, and then, like, your head is here. And it's, like, you know, your body... And then, like, your neck is, like, it's always, like, kind of, like... It's, like, elevated, right? But then, like, apparently if you, like, try sleeping more often with, like, without a pillow, your neck is, like, less bent. But then, like, it takes a long time to get used to. I don't know. Isn't that wacky, though? Like, you think about long time ago, before pillows were invented, people were just sleeping, like, without pillows, and it was fine. And now, like, we need pillows and all that. Sleeping is good. It's really scary. It usually happens when I sleep while I'm not tired. Man, choking in your sleep, it is pretty scary. Just take out the stuffing from the pillow, it was always allowed. Yeah, but most people don't do it though. I wanted to try a different kind of pillow. I had real issues with this. How many pillows do you all use? I know some people, they stack like multiple pillows on top of each other. Like they might be like thin pillows. Maybe it's fine. But like, how many do you even need, right? Some people have like 2 pillows on top of each other. Some people have 2 pillows like next to each other for some reason, even though you only use one of them. Like, how does that work? You're like using this pillow, but then there's like another pillow right next to you. I guess sometimes you could like put the pillows like this, and then like sleep over here. I don't know. Nowadays, everyone will have messed up necks because of phones. Yeah, but what if they didn't? What if it was less messed up? Got a larger memory foam pillow. I think my pillow is also memory foam. I've had it for like probably at least 15 years. I probably should replace it. There's a time when I had 2 in my bed, but I banished one of them in recent years. 2 pillows? How many pillows do you all have? 2? I only have 1. There's not actually enough room on my bed for more than 1 pillow. My bed is like pretty narrow. I don't like big fluffy pillows because they don't provide support. True. But what if you had multiple of them? The fancy feather pillows, I have 1 pillow that is a neck support shaped thing. Interesting. Is it like, actually, I wonder, let's see, types of pillows. Society expects men to have 2 pillows. I only have 1. There's only 1 of them. These are decorative pillows. That's not what I meant. Pillow shapes. Reading wedge pillow, bed rest pillow, neck roll pillow. Standard size pillow. Anyone have this a U-shaped pillow? I don't understand why people have extra pillows on the bed. What if they just want to like switch pillows sometimes? Whose pillow is a docky? Not me. What about this one? This is it. I'll use 2 and then remove 1 when I'm about to fall asleep. Because I found out sleeping with 2 is not a good idea. But then why do you have 2 of them though? Like, why even have two of them if you're gonna use one of them? You don't have a boyfriend pillow? I don't. Sleep on your IKEA shark. Welcome, Homset. Swap out for the cold one? I guess that is true. Don't you just like flip it around though? I've never really had like a need to do that. I've never been like, oh, this pillow is too warm. I'm gonna like use the cold one. I was considering getting a docky since I'm a side sleep mode. The upper arm is a bit awkward to position on without something to rest. You can also use a regular pillow. I don't know, I can't relate. As someone who is now a back sleeper, I can no longer relate to side sleeping. I feel like though, sometimes when I wake up, I am on my side. Right? Although I think I go to bed, when I fall asleep, I'm like laying face up. Like sometimes I'm just like, I wake up and I'm like facing the left side. Welcome, Hey Biscuit. I have two, a soft one and a hard one that has neck support. I like to switch. What is the one with neck support look like though? Is it any of these? Is it like this one? This one right here, memory foam? What the heck is this? Buckwheat? Buckwheat pillow? Adjustable pillow? It's like the memory foam one? I see. The curved one? This one? That one? Buckwheat mentioned? Does anyone have buckwheat pillows? Are you gonna use a weave cover or are you just getting the pillow? You don't really need the cover. Choco's gonna come out with a docky, you gotta get it. I don't think I do. But you could get it. You can support Choco Jacks by buying the docky. I don't have a buckwheat pillow, but I eat it. You do not have it because you ate it? That's a joke. That's a joke. I know you mean you eat buckwheat and it also goes on pillows. Not that you eat the pillows that have the buckwheat. But wouldn't it be funny if you don't have it because you ate it? Covers are optional. The pillows lack the seasoning that comes from not being washed for decades. Yeah, imagine washing your pillow. If you don't have a cover, it's like you have given up before even starting. Oh yeah, you would have some cover. It doesn't have to be like an anime character cover. I have a docky, I do side sleep, but do you have any design on it though? Is there a character printed on it? Is it simply a solid color? You could even get one of those meme ones. It's like, you know, it's like a picture of a pillow on a pillow. It could be a real person, but who would it be though? I had a docky, that docky is now my two pillows. You cut it in half? You took an anime body pillow and cut it in half? I refuse to elaborate. What the heck? What is he talking about? A real person on your pillow cover? Is it Yago from Whole Live? Wolfie Docky when? Never? Wolfie Docky. Yeah, remember Chicken Docky? Chicken Docky. Do you think anyone has a cover of the current US president? Probably a lot of people do. I could imagine that being a common thing. Chicken Jockey. I will say a silk cover is relative. Silk Song reference? Do you think they'll have Silk Song on a docky? Wool would be warmer. Silk though. Isn't that like soy milk? Soy milk? Silk. Silk Song. Pilk Song? What if it was Pilk? I see that you have adjusted the drawing to be more accurate. This is in fact more accurate. Takanashi Kiara Dakimakura be like? But what is it like though? Chicken? Oh, chicken Daki. Right. True. Thank you. Thank you. It is now more accurate. However, I will point out the game also does not have things that go vertically like this. It doesn't change the thing. Although I did plan on having that. That was the thing that was planned before I stopped working on it. So you predicted future gameplay. If I ever get back to that game, what if I made that game on the Game Boy? Could I even do that? I could probably do it. It might be kind of tricky given that there's only 4 colors. Well, what do you even need? You got black, white, red, blue, whatever. But you also need gray, so that doesn't really work. Because I drew both sides first. I know. I can. What's the word for? Not forgive, but like I can accept this. Thank you for your hard effort in drawing things. It is very well appreciated, as always. Having had this thought, I'm more confident in getting covers of multiple favorites. There's something about VTuber dockies that doesn't quite feel right. Yeah, I think because they're real people. That's the thing that bothers me about them, is that they're based on real people. Like with anime characters, it's like, it's fine because like they're like fictional, right? They're not like a real person's identity. Whereas like VTuber Dakimakuras is like, that's like a real person. It's like literally a real person. I don't know. Wolfie never forgives. Streamer is a character. Yeah, but then it's like, it's them though. It's like their personification. Maybe if they're always super playing up a character. I feel like even then though, it's like, it's still like a little bit weird. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's, you know, whatever. Streamer judges people for ever supporting VTubers by purchasing their Dakimakura. I can't believe that people would purchase Dakimakura. Get them out of here. I'm just kidding. I can almost never associate the real person with the VTuber. I don't know. I guess I can't disconnect them. I'm sure a lot of people do though. Solution is to have a Daki of the VTuber's mascot. I guess that works. Narissa Ravencroft Daki, get that out of here. Jailbird Daki is in. Yeah, I can accept that. But then you could be like, but Wolfie, that's a personification of the chat. Isn't that also a real person? No, it's like a collective real person, but it's not the same. And therefore, it's fine. Unless it's like a specific, like, you know how like people have mascots, but then people like have like their mascot Sona or whatever. It's like they customize it so that it's like them. You're like, okay, the default one looks like this. If I add like, you know, this hat, this is me. Right? Then if you have a Daki of someone's specific chat persona, then maybe that's a bit weird, but I feel like that's not a thing that happens, surely. Shokuji Dog Daki, that'd be good. That one I think would be quite nice. Maybe not even Daki, just like a pillow, just like one of these pillows. Where are they? One of these pillows. Choco-J Dog on one of these pillows, I think it'd be quite nice. I think it'd be cool. What is this pillow? I don't even know. We don't even know. Chat is not real. So true. Imagine thinking that chat is real. They would never be real. I have that one too. It's for my dog. Which one? This? What is this? Welcome, Carabelle, if I did not already greet you. Thank you, Laketh, for the 19 months. That is, in fact, many months. My grandma saw a pillow in a YouTube ad recently and told me she wanted it. I looked at the website and was like, I need to sit down and look into this more. It was super shady. What was the pillow? How can a pillow be shady? I mean, I guess a pillow can block sunlight, in which case it would provide shade. That would make sense. I think you mean something else, though. It's sus. How the pillow is sus. Me when the pillow is sus. That's how it goes, right? That's the song from Among Us. The My Pillow guy? I don't know what that is. What is the My Pillow guy? Isn't there like a VTuber named Pillow? Pillow Deer or something? But not like the deer as in like the animal deer, but like deer as in like D-E-A-R. Anyone know VTubers? Pillow? No, it's Pillow. Zillow. What about Zillow? Amazon.de/Darilla Pillow support ergonomic sleepers /DP/B0F3 BOFA. I think it was this one. Can you describe it so that I don't have to click an Amazon.de link? What if I search it? Darilla Pillow support ergonomic sleepers. Slippers. Was it this one? Man, these are expensive. $53? Actually, how much does a pillow cost nowadays? It has air? Is it like the air goes through the bottom? It's fancy. Fancy looking pillow. Quite fancy. I see. But why would it be shady though? I would like to try one of those at some point. What do you think is the most comfortable pillow that you've ever had? Is it a memory foam one? The website, not the product? Oh, I see. But yeah, then you could just go like on like, you know, some other website. Such as Amazon. Such as... Isn't it weird that I can't think of another website to order stuff like this on besides Amazon? Really goes to show you how much they've like cornered the market. Right? Like sure, you could go to like, you know, like some local store. But nowadays you're just like, oh, it's Amazon. Online shopping, it's Amazon. That's like the place. I guess some people, they go on like Temu. Or Temu. You know, it's actually pronounced Temu, I think, apparently. But people say Temu. All pillows I've ever had sucked because they were hand-me-downs from my parents. I think that's true. Well, what the frick? I think I've never actually bought a pillow myself. I've just like, just had pillows that have existed. And I just use them. Has anyone else also never purchased a pillow? Can anyone relate to never having purchased a pillow? Look at all this. Look at all this. What if I don't sell my fish? What if I just have all this fish in my inventory? Forever. Literally forever. Just collect all the fish. I bought pillows this year. What kind though? I bought a pillow like 10 years ago. Right? Pillows, they last a long time. Like I've had this one for like since I was in high school at least. How long has that been? It's at least 15 years, right? Has it been 15 years? It has. It has been 15 years. $15 Serta pillows. Well, they're certainly good value, right? Probably. I don't actually know how much pillows cost. Grandma was complaining about a hospital pillow the other day. What about airplane pillows? Does anyone have those pillows on airplanes that you put around your neck? I bought nice bedding because I like being comfy. It's true. You know, it is good to be comfortable. It's been 1 week. It was so flat and wimpy. My grandma said that even Soviet pillows were superior. Dang. The medical system can't even afford good pillows. How do pillow manufacturers make money? I don't know. It's like one of those products that lasts a long time. Like, how long do pillows last? Decades. Pillows can't be more than once every few years purchased. They can't be more than $30. Yeah, but then, you know, people, they move. They I don't know, maybe something bad happens to their pillow and they're like, oh no, I gotta get a new one. Right? There's stuff. How often to replace pillows? Wait, wait a second. Pillows last on average 2 years? I don't think that's true. That's not true at all. Are you all replacing your pillows every 2 years? That seems too frequent. I think you're supposed to buy pillows more often than you actually think. I mean, probably, yeah. Like, I feel like after time, there are probably things like, you know, like bed bugs, maybe not bed bugs, so like it collects dust or whatever. Isn't it like a mattress, like, it doesn't double in weight every few years, but it gets heavier over the years because dust and other like things start gathering on it. And that's what most of the weight of a pillow is. Or not a pillow. I guess also pillow. It probably is like the same issue. I agree with Probs Not Jack. I bought 2 and neither make it easier to sleep on the bus or train or plane. Oh, the airplane pillows. I've never used one. I can't sleep on planes. There's something about being on the plane is just very unpleasant to me. I think it's the fact that I'm sitting down. Because, like, you know, whenever I sleep, I'm, like, lying down. On a plane, you're sitting. And I don't think I can sleep while I'm sitting. It's just not really a thing. It's a conspiracy to make you buy more pillows, exactly. You didn't actually say that, but I inferred this. Will I ever ride a cruise? With how often you're flying, you should just get business class. Why, though? Why would I spend more money for something like that? Why not? Because it's like, it's fine. I don't mind being in whatever it's called. Economy? I don't really want to pay like an extra, like, I don't know. I don't even know the price. $100. Business class is so expensive, but it's like, it seems super convenient to be able to actually sleep. It's like a few thousand. See, like $1,000 though. I'm not paying $1,000. Multiple thousands of dollars for this, for sleeping. It's crazy. It's only like a few hours. Money is pointless if you don't use it. Well, but then, like, what about when you do want to use it? And then you're like, oh no, I shouldn't have spent the $1,000 on a plane ticket. Or whatever. Like, I can't afford it. I just would rather not. The only time it's potentially worth it is long international flights. Yeah, I guess that's the context of this. Is that the only flights that I take are, like, to Japan. So I assumed it would have been like a 14-hour flight. That's why you have an emergency fund. But I do. I just don't feel like spending the money. Maybe just because, like, the way I was raised. We didn't really have, like, that much money. And, like, you know, although I have money now, I'm kind of just like, well, I mean, I don't really need to spend. Right, I've had this chair that I'm using. I've been using it for, like, at least probably 20 years now. It's not broken enough that I need to replace it. Like, I could quite easily afford a replacement, but I'm just like, I don't need it. Have you ever been to Japan for a short time and feel like it wasn't worth it? Well, every time I've been to Japan, it's been for, like, at least 2.5 weeks. But then it's always, like, by the end of it, I feel like, oh man, this is actually, like, way shorter than I thought it would be. Right, that's the thing. It's like, in the last few days of the trip, you're like, no, there's only, like, 2 days left. There's only 1 day left. Oh no, it's my last day. I can't believe it. I don't know. But, you know, it's worth it. We were never really poor. I somehow acquired that I can't spend mindset. But slowly I am breaking up that habit. Yeah. Probably. I don't think it has had adverse effects on me so far. You wouldn't recommend it 2 to... Oh yeah, I feel like 2 to 3 days is, like, way too short for Japan. In my opinion. Did I know tomorrow's National Cheeseburger Day? I did not know. Didn't we have something like that recently, though? Wasn't... Oh no, it was Double Cheeseburger Day, right? Wasn't Double Cheeseburger Day, like, 2 days ago? And then they have regular National Cheeseburger Day. Wow, they have so many days. What do you do for them 2 weeks? Every time I go travel, it's usually to hang out with friends. You know, like, I know people who live in Japan or are also visiting Japan. So then we just, like, coordinate. If it's not for that, I feel like I probably wouldn't have too much of a reason to go. It's gotta be for socialization purposes. Let's see, because right after a long flight, you feel like you wasted 1.5 days recovering from the flight. Also true. Jet lag and all that. Looking forward to the Zatsu after Wolfie's next adventure. What if it's never? What if I never have an adventure ever again? I just spend my entire life just doing the same thing. Go to work. And then I come home. And then I work on video games. And then I go to work. And then I stream. And then come back from work, and then I do video games. It isn't that sad. It's life. And then I get sick, and I'm like, oh no, I can't stream. Oh no, guys. And then I work, and then I draw something. How many vacation days do I have left? I reached the cap this past month. It was like something in the upper 20s. And I did use like 3 or 4 of those days just so that I would get more holidays and not have it be at the cap. But I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. I know Japan flights make sure you arrive at dawn or something. You don't feel the jet lag as much. No, my Japan flights have always arrived like midday. It's always been like at 3 p.m. or something. Because I think all the flights that leave from New York that go to Japan, at least from Japan Airlines, are all at the same time every day. It's like the flight is always like at 8 a.m. It always arrives at like 4 p.m. At least the ones going to Haneda Airport. I guess if you're going to different parts of Japan. I guess I should clarify, when I say Japan, I mean Tokyo. Specifically to Haneda Airport. But actually, no, I guess that's the only ones that... I guess there aren't planes that go to the non-Tokyo airports. There's not like a plane that goes from like New York to like Osaka or whatever. Because then you would just go there and then... You go to Japan and then fly to the other places. You look into it. Do they have flights from Italy directly to non-Tokyo airports? Actually, I never looked. I never looked it up. NYC to Osaka. Do we have flights that could just go? What the frick? Reject all. Oh, I guess I'm also specifically thinking of like non-stop flights. If you're doing like transfers, I guess you could do whatever. You could do whatever. The first time I went to Japan, I did a one-stop layover, and I'd never want to do that again. It's like so many hours wasted. Welcome Ultra Chakar. You pass from Shanghai or Arab Emirates. They go to many places. When was the last time you all been on a plane? Anyone been on a plane recently? And I don't mean like a three-dimensional, like a two-dimensional space, the plane. I mean like the airplane that flies in the sky. The aeroplane, if you will. I was on a plane to from LA. How long does that take? From Colorado? That's like what, like a 2 hour? Maybe like a 1.5? I actually don't know how far things are. Like 3 hours? 2 hours? Okay. Last year it was the first time I had rough turbulence and rough landing. Did the plane shake like a lot? I guess that is what turbulence is. A guy who doesn't know what turbulence does that mean the plane shook? Probably not, since going to from home back in college. But how long ago was that though? It vibrated with the motion rapidly. There's direct flights from Munich to Osaka. That sounds nice, I guess. Denver Airport is infamous for turbulence. What about it specifically though causes that? Is it just a bad airport? Is the wind just like strangely concentrated in that area? The main danger of turbulence is if you aren't buckled in and get tossed around the cabin. It's not really dangerous for the plane overall. The location, true. It's kind of like how there was that one video I talked about where like I think most hailstorms in the US happen around malls or something, like big parking lots. Is because of like the fact that there's no trees in the parking lots causes like some sort of air thing. What is that fact? Does anyone know? Most is like tornadoes. What's it called? Tornadoes happen near US malls or something. Maybe not tornadoes. Maybe it was like hailstorms. What is that fact? There was something. There's some sort of fact that was like, hey, do you know that something something? Also, this is the ending stream song, I think. Most weather effects, most Weather. Fun fact. Fun fact. Weather happens near malls. Near parking lots. Parking lots, that's not what I meant. This is not the one. There was like some fact. There was like literally something. I don't know what it was. Fact, no, it was from a real YouTube video. It was from a real YouTube channel that it has trustable sources. They had graphics on the screen. Diagrams explaining the wind flow. They would never lie on YouTube. You think YouTube would ever lie to us? Fun facts about hailstorms happen in the most is it tornadoes? Most tornadoes happen in the U.S. I don't know. Yeah, it's because the US is mostly parking lots. It is not true for malls in Europe because they have trees and people walking around. It's because a lot of malls in the US just have big open spaces for cars. What was that video? Does anyone know? I'm sure someone knows. If you lie on YouTube, you get demonetized for legal reasons. This is a joke. You can't be lying about that. What do I search for this? Weather effects that happen near US malls. Because of the weather. Fun facts about fun facts. Microclimate, is that what it is? Microclimate facts about US malls. I found an EDU article, pretty sure the YouTube video overly editorialized it. No, is this it? Why shopping malls are the only place to where climate... No, so is this it? No. It makes sense, that's why they have tornadoes mostly in farming states, because it's flat there. Yes, exactly. Facts about microclimate. Fabulous facts about shopping malls. What's hot at the mall. What if I search? Can I search my YouTube liked videos? Do they have that? Can I search for like mall? Is that a thing that's available? I sure hope so. I don't know if it's possible to search your liked videos. Well, alright. I hate when that happens. When there's like, I remember a very specific like video or like an article or something. Minute Earth, I think that's what, yeah, Minute Earth. Minute Earth, malls. What is it called? Why weather is worse at the mall? This is what it is. Yeah, this one. I think this one was just an AI summary of the video. Why weather is worse at the mall. We can't watch this video because I'm not signed in. But you know, they talk about something, right? Tropopause, low pressure systems. Based on fact, it's real. They would never lie to me specifically. I'm looking at an €846 round trip flight. Trip to Osaka around New Year's. You could do it if you wanted. That would be useful, which is why YouTube doesn't do it. Man, I sure wish you could search through your liked videos. That'd be, you know, it's been like 20 years since they've created YouTube. Yeah, look, it's real. It's real. Why weather is worse at the mall? Why didn't this show up though? Why weather is worse near malls. Is this also an AI generated article? No, this is just something. Nature's cooling system, perfect storm conditions, you know. That's it. Does Japan KFC do New Year's specials too, or just Christmas? I don't know. Probably every company does some sort of New Year's special. I would assume. I don't know. But also many businesses are closed on New Year's. If you're gonna go to Japan around New Year's, you just gotta like remember, you gotta keep in mind that the first 3 days of the New Year are pretty much dead. Every business is gonna be closed. If you're gonna go somewhere, the business might not be open. Would you want to miss Kentucky Christmas? Yes. I've missed many. Actually, every time I've been to Japan, my flight has been on Christmas, and I would arrive on the day after Christmas. Because it's like the cheapest, like if you're gonna go in December, flying on Christmas I think is the cheapest because no one wants to fly on Christmas. And that's why it's cheaper. It is still expensive, but it's cheaper than the surrounding days. Specific dates I put in are 1st of December to 30th. I see. Then you would miss the New Year celebration though. Wouldn't it be cheaper to fly to Japan before Christmas? I mean, like, how far before Christmas though? Probably, you're right. I mean, yes. But that's when I go though. If you're looking to go around Christmas and New Year's, on Christmas is the cheapest. If you're gonna go like early December, it's probably cheaper. If you're gonna go like late November, it's probably way cheaper. New Year's is an important family holiday. What if you went with your family then? What if you bought them all a plane ticket to Japan? And then you could have a celebration in Japan. I guess you would need to have the money to pay for it. You would need to pay for all the tickets. Just don't go in March. Don't go in August or July. Because summer in Japan is apparently very bad. It's very humid. Humid? It's very human. The only time I hear about aspect is from games. You can't call it that. That's an image of someone's behind. It's crazy. Best time to travel anywhere is like April, May, or September. Yeah, probably. Like the weather is not so extreme. Like, you know, winter it's like cold or whatever. Summer it's like too hot. Humid summer sounds great. I don't think it does. Why would you think it sounds great? It sounds awful. I would go in summer to go to like Anisama. Sorry, Anisama. I mean, it's up to you if you want to. But I don't want to. I would simply rather not. Anyway. Anyone been to Japan in the past year? I'm used to desert heat basically. Yeah, but then like why do you want to experience humid summers though? I guess just for the experience, and then you could be like, oh, that was bad, I'm never doing that again. Isn't desert heat different? Yes. It's bearable. When it's hot but dry, it's like not so bad. When it's hot and humid, that's really bad. I don't know. It sounds better, but maybe it isn't. No, it's way worse. Humid is way worse. More bearable than humid anyway? Exactly. It's like being a steam bath. If you have never experienced a humid summer, you don't want to. They're both bad. Yes. But they're different levels of bad. I personally am still not a fan. Me too. I'm not a fan. If I was a fan, I'd be cooling people down. That is what fans do. They blow the air. And it would be quite useful in the summer to be a fan. Welcome Liquid Cake. That's what we get in the UK. Yeah, and then in the UK they don't have like air conditioners. I didn't know this until like this year. A lot of places in the UK you can't even open like the second floor window because like I guess like to prevent people from jumping out or something. There's like some kind of law where you're not allowed to open your windows. That's actually really messed up. Like why? Can't even open your windows. It's crazy. I've never lived south of where I am now, I think. True. No AC too. Yeah, that was the first thing that I had mentioned. It's the same in Japan. No, you can definitely open windows in Japan. I'm pretty sure. UK, not allowed to open window. Not many results contain allowed. What do I search? UK households told do not open windows during heat wave. There's something like that, right? Warning to not open windows to cool house during heat wave. Households in England told to shut windows and curtains. Something. They only let you open Macs in Japan? I get it. It's a reference to Windows and Mac. Some new buildings have some really odd window choices, mostly just really small ones. What's the deal with Europe? And we talked about windows in Europe a long time ago. Remember? We talked about how like the windows what was that conversation? I remember it was during a fishing stream where I looked up European style windows. And like those are the ones that don't open like vertically or whatever. They open like from the side. We talked about this. Yeah, they open like this rather than like up and down. This one, wait, I remember looking, was this one? One of these. This looks vaguely familiar. We totally talked about this, right? If you open your windows in summer in Europe, you are not thinking. But why? It's tempting to open the window, but it's safer to keep them closed if the ambient temperature is too high. Humidity sucks. Here I can leave my windows open all summer, but if it gets hot, I actually have to close them during the day. I guess I never considered the effects on heat flow. I just don't know. German window technology is too advanced for Americans. They can open both side to side and vertically. Yeah, we totally talked about this at some point. Definitely. It was like a year or two ago. You don't have awful sash windows in Europe? What is a sash window? Oh, these. I didn't know this was what they were called. Sash window? Well, this kind of window allows you to put an air conditioner in it. German windows, I thought Microsoft was in Washington. They probably also have a headquarters in Germany. When it's too hot, the AC is better, but when it's like 28 or lower, it's better to open the windows. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. 28, that's like, it's like 80 something Fahrenheit. That makes sense. If you can stop it wrong heating up, it will also stay cooler than outdoors. Sash windows are great for retrofitting air conditioning. Exactly. You just open up the window, you put your air conditioner right here. That's how we do it. Sash windows are good if you have a screen. Like, to prevent bugs from coming in. Bugs Bunny. I'm gonna drink water. It is in fact 7 p.m. Alright. Those windows also look like they suck for airflow. Side open windows catch the wind, which means you get better ventilation. I guess I never really thought about it. You know, as we've just lived like this our entire life. We just know. What the? You made a Picross? That's crazy. Look at these rats. What the frick? Is that vacuously? Drawing vacuo fishing. Windows. You know, I don't really think too much about window design. Types of windows. Oh, look at this. 23 types of windows. Notice most of my windows are open slightly all the time. Even in the winter? What's everyone's favorite window type? Of these windows, what's the best one? Windows 95, Windows XP, Windows Vista, dormer window, center pivot window, egress window, fixed window, bay windows. Which one is the bay window? This one? It does look pretty nice. Casement window, hopper window. Oh, these are the windows on like trains. They have these on trains. At least on the top part. Or subways, I guess. Hey, notice windows in the UK look really thin compared to ours. They are pretty thin, yeah. They have sliding windows, but they're okay, but no window AC. Garden window. Which one's garden window? Oh, that one. Oh yeah, this is like if you can sit here. This is the one that's on The Simpsons, right? No, I guess it's inverted. The Simpsons one. Wait, Simpsons house. Don't they have one of these? Yeah, they have the garden windows. It goes out slightly. Fancy. No, it's a bow. It's a bow window. No, it's a bay window. I was mistaken. It's a bay window. Round windows are good too. It's like you're in a ship. You usually don't see those that often. It's like double Windows 11, Windows 22. The window on my microwave so I can watch my burrito. The window on the me when the window, guys. Me when I joke about window. I hope it doesn't make me sick, the circle ones or portholes. The window being open. What about this one? Custom window. Egress window. Skylight. Block windows. Transom? I guess that is a type of window. It goes above the door. Storm windows. Picture windows. 3x3 Picross grid windows. Sliding window. Casement window. What the heck is this? This is a fancy looking... You got like 3 windows on here of different types. A window to the soul. Awning windows, sliding windows. Yo, anyone think about Kafka Streams windows? I was thinking about this recently. Kafka Streams windowing. Does anyone know what I'm talking about here? Kafka, you can define windows. If they got hopping windows, they got fixed size windows. Kafka Streams windowing examples. They had like a website with this stuff on it. Was it this one? It might have been this one. Kafka Streams, tumbling windows. Is that what I do? I'm dealing with it right now. There was like a good article about this. TCB, no, it's like when you're receiving windows on a stream and you want to aggregate events by a specific key, You can have hopping windows, which starts from a certain range and then advances the window, but they're overlapping. So this window overlaps with this one. You have a tumbling window, which are disjoint. Everything it starts at a fixed time and then it goes for a certain amount and then it ends the window. But you can also add a grace period after the window, so that if an event comes in, like, 30 seconds after this one, then it'll be included in this window. This is for when things occur out of order. I don't know why I brought this up. You got session windows, which is like if a user doesn't have enough activity in a certain time period, it like closes it, makes a new session. Sliding windows, they got everything. They thought of everything, guys. Literally everything. Yep, that's it. That's life, y'all. What do they call this in English? Hopscotch? I don't even know who this is. I don't know why web fishing is so broken. That's Zoe. But for some reason it shows up as an empty name. They will never fix web fishing. Actually, kind of messed up. What about win-dees? You got win-does? What about win-dees? Those and these, guys, get it? Win those. Vin Diesel, exactly. Wind easel? What am I talking about? What is anyone have anything interesting to talk about? Windows, besides Windows? What about, anything interesting occur in recent memory? The TI-8 99, I can't read. Has 16 kilobytes of RAM. That's like the Nintendo Game Boy. Didn't the Game Boy also have 16 kilobytes of RAM? Isn't that true? I was reading some optimization techniques and I applied some of them. Look at this. They have coding guidelines. The Virtual Boy, they did... I actually did not watch that Nintendo Direct. Given that nothing interesting was announced... Was anything interesting announced? Nintendo Direct. 8K RAM, 8K VRAM. That's like the same thing, right? That is pretty much 16 kilobytes. 8 bits in a byte, that's not true. It may be true generally. This is my fun fact, is that actually it's implementation dependent. You might think that 8 bits is in a byte, but it's not. It was a thing that was I learned from college. The professor was like, hey, do you know that people think 8 bits are in a byte? It's generally true, but it's dependent on implementation. And ever since then, I would always correct people. But there's no important system nowadays where we don't have 8 bits in a byte. So yes, in general, you're correct. Pretty sure they call 6-bit things something else. When we're talking about the data type, I'm talking about the concept of a byte in general. Not agnostic of any language or hardware. It's not exactly. Sorry. Sorry. How many bytes to reach the center of a Tootsie Pop? Then you might be wrong. No, you're wrong. My teacher would never lie to me. This is true with exceptions. There's always exceptions. Exactly. A byte doesn't have to be 8 bits, but it appears that C and C++ Define. Look at that. We got 5-bit Baudot codes. Then they went to 6-bit. That's not the same though. Maybe I'm right. Yes, I am right. Why would I lie about this? Why, if I was gonna be like, actually, I would make sure that I'm correct. Because I learned it in school. If there's one thing that school has taught me, is that I can be pedantic about what a byte is. And it never matters. There's a workspace pointer register in the CPU. You can do a context switch that... You can do a context switch just by changing the WP. Exactly. I'm gonna assume that I know what that means. Actually, I remember talking about this, like, a while back. I had, like, senior project partners that I would get, dinner with sometimes after work. We have not done it since COVID happened, but it was a thing. And then they were talking about how, they were interviewing a candidate and they asked them, like, you know, how many bits are in a byte? And he's like, they didn't even know. It's obviously 8. And then I was like, actually, though... Actually, it's not necessarily 8. Maybe they knew that it's not necessarily 8. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you don't remember when we learned this in Professor whatever's class? And he's like, I don't remember this at all. And then I pulled up the article and I was like, look at this. And he's like, what? You're right. You know what a context switch is? Yes. It's definitely, but maybe not in this context. In general. Perhaps not in hardware systems development. Me when I switch my context. Me when Nintendo Switch. Context switch. Isn't that when you watch a Nintendo Direct and they summarize various things about the system? I don't know. You should call them octets. True. You should call them a byte. A nibble. A nibble is like 4 bits or something. Alright, what do they got? Mario Tennis. Mario Bros. Wonder 2, Switch 2. Fire Emblem, Metroid Prime, Pokemon, Hyrule Warriors. I've literally heard no one talk about this game. I didn't even know this was announced. Okay, games that I did not know were even announced. I only knew about this today when Northern Lion talked about it. I heard about people talking about Fire Emblem and how they were annoyed about there being Fire Emblem games. Whatever. I've seen this one. I heard people talking about the Mega Evolutions. Have not heard anything about Yoshi. I have heard about the Virtual Boy. I've heard a little bit about Tomodachi Life. I did hear about this one. People were like, what the frick? It hasn't even been out for like a month. And there's already paid DLC. I heard nothing about this one. Heard nothing about this one. I did not hear about this. Did not hear about this. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. Or these, or any of these. Actually, like, literally none of these. I think I've seen this one. Wow. It's very, very underwhelming direct, I guess. The IBM 1401 computer is interesting because it's not binary, it's all BCD. You can support arbitrary large integers. I feel like at some point, binary coded decimal. At some point I knew what that meant. I think I literally read it in the Game Boy GBDK documentation even, that they have a BCD mode of some sort. But I do not remember. You can ignore all the DLC basically. Fire Emblem one looks promising. The only one I've heard about was Metroid, Mario Galaxy, because people are mad. Yeah, I also heard about that one. Is that it's like $70 or something for like Galaxy 1 and 2. Which is like kind of ridiculous, right? These are games that came out like, how long ago has it been? Like 20 years ago? And they're selling it for like pretty much full price. It's crazy. You can pay 80 if you buy them separately? What the? I know a really big Yoshi fan. They're the only person I heard talk about this game. Yeah, I did not even know it existed. 70 for 2 is fine. Is it though? Are you enabling Nintendo's anti-consumer behavior? Because I don't think it's too much. You're not enabling. And yet you think it's fine. I feel like it could have been like, I don't know. I don't even know what a reasonable price is. 40 for 2 of them? I don't know. Even that feels like a lot. When I bought this TI-99, it came with some software. The Kmart sticker, $30. That's $100, true. $70 for 2 games is fine in theory, but they're barely remasters of 10-year-old games. Exactly. So true. Well, anyway, it's whatever. I'm not buying it. But I do know that Galaxy 2 is a lot of people's favorite Mario game. You know, I thought Galaxy 1 was pretty fun. A lot of people, though, they were like, oh man, this was fun, but Galaxy 2, that was my jam back in the day. Actually, maybe it wasn't me. Maybe I was watching Amelia Watson play Mario Galaxy 1. And then a lot of people in chat said they liked 2. Which led me to believe that a lot of people have 2 as their favorite. Best game of the year is $20? No, the best game of the year is free. Vacuous Sugar Quest, you can play that for free right now on itch.io. That is in fact the game of the year. I didn't like Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 is receiving a new Rosalina book. They're also printing it. Oh, was it a new one? I always thought the trailer was like the existing one. I think Galaxy 1 was really good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I still feel like my favorite Mario 3D game is probably still Sunshine. Like, just something about it. Maybe it's just the nostalgia, like, because that was, I think, that might have been my first Mario 3D game. But, like, I thought it was fun. It is really hard. But, you know, when you're a kid, you have nothing else to do. You just play the same levels over and over. That's life. Galaxy 2 had no soul. I guess, I don't know. I've never played it, so I don't really know. Sunshine is absolutely not the best, but it's also my favorite. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like it definitely has a lot of problems, but like, I liked it. Also, I know the message isn't showing up in chat on the right side. It's because Stream Elements is weird. Next time anyone posts a message, it'll show up. See, look at that. It's right there. It's literally right there. Anyway, Nintendo. Anyone excited for any new games coming out? Are there even any game announcements? I feel like everyone was just like, Silk Song. Actually, I've been seeing like a lot of memes that are like, what are they even going to announce, right? Everything that we want has been announced. Like, Silk Song is out. Other thing was announced. Do you have games you haven't... Have you bought any games you haven't played much? Outer Wilds? I still have Outer Wilds that I bought a long time ago and I never got around to it. I'm currently mostly remaster pilled. Well, which ones though? Deltarune Chapter 5? But didn't Chapters 3 and 4 just come out? Sonic. There's a cute game on Steam, Super Fantasy Kingdom. I don't think I've heard of it. Super Fantasy Kingdom. I have not heard of this, actually. Roguelike city builder? I've never even seen this one. I'm excited for Pokemon. I played a lot of Arceus. Arceus? Is it pronounced Arceus? Arceus. Now I have seen it. I bought Silksong when it came out, played about 1 hour of it since. But isn't it the game of the year though? I've watched several hours of Silksong. And I know that there's areas in the game. And there's power-ups. And you have to go back to the same places with your new powers. Wow. Pokemon, I have not been excited for Pokemon in such a long time. I've not been excited for Pokemon since Sun and Moon. I think Sun and Moon is the last Pokemon game that I really played. I had a good time with it. But also, I'm just like, well, maybe I'm just done with Pokemon now. Maybe. Although I have been recommended a bunch of Pokemon videos on YouTube. Specifically, like, I think I was recommended one video of someone playing the Little Root Town theme. I was like, oh, that's a good video. And then I watched that one, I liked it. They started recommending me, like, retrospectives on, like, Pokemon Gold and Silver. They're like, here, this is why the post-game in Pokemon Gold and Silver was the best post-game in any Pokemon game. And I was like, so true, I played that as a kid. I was like, whoa, they have Kanto in here? That's crazy. It's good times. Pokemon used to be so good. Maybe just because I was a kid and I had lower expectations. But when Pokemon Gold and Silver came out, that was like the best. That was like the best thing of all time. And then back in the day when information did not spread as fast, and you found out that you could go to Kanto, you're like, wait a second, holy frick. You were not spoiled by the internet. It wasn't like, you know, one day after the game comes out, everyone's like, hey guys, there's you know the Kanto's in the game. It would have ruined everything. But back in the day, it was just like, you would just play the game, and then like maybe there'd be like a rumor like going around at school, like, hey, do you know you beat the game and like there's a Kanto? It's like, no, that's not true. You're making that up. But now that the internet's there, everyone knows immediately. Yeah, Pika-Blue, there was like, oh, you know, there's like a skateboard you can ride on. Ride on, that's a Pokemon. Apparently the bootlegging of Pokemon in China is so extensive, they've done ground-up re-implementations of the game, porting it to Famicom. Of which game? Pokemon Gold and Silver? Every Pokemon? Pika-Blue. Pokemon Yellow. I think I have seen that actually. Actually, I remember when it's like before Pokemon Gold and Silver came out in the US, I knew someone who had the bootleg Pokemon, what's that game called? Pokemon Crystal Vietnamese version. I believe I knew someone who had that, like on a real playable cartridge. And they brought it to summer school, and we were like, what the? You have Pokemon Gold and... Wait, that's not it. Was it this? Didn't they have one that was not Crystal? I don't know. What was that it? Something like that. I think I'm misremembering now. I recently learned that there's no game where you can ride on Rhydon. The guy who localized his name 30 years ago should be fired. Yeah, ride on time. You thought I was going to say D's, but I said time. What is this? Wait, oh, shoot. Is that vacuo fish? That's me being fished? Is me as a fish? We got some rats up here. You can use control to do thin lines. What is that emote? Right on time. Seaside is right on time. Exactly. Right on. Got him. Oh, you know what's funny? In Northern Line, in library, I can't talk. Librarian of Laterno's, one of his recent YouTube shorts, the one where he says like MP3 stands for. You can see me in the chat logs twice. I posted a Choco J I can't, and also Choco J pants grab. You can watch the video. It's very noticeable. Should watch it right. Let me look for it right now. Library of Laterno. I will not watch it on stream because I can't. I would need to log off the VPN. It was this one right here. You can watch it right now and be like, whoa, that is Wolfie. It is him right there. It's him in the chat. Posted messages. Amazing. Anyone else amazed when you see someone in a chat and you're like, I know this person. I recognize them from somewhere else. Yep. It's them. Oh, there he is. That's him in the chat reacting with appropriate emotes to the jokes. I'm called an opulent fish of some sort. Yep, there it is. There it is, y'all. Welcome Hongtown Deluxe. Wall fishing? I don't think so. What if it was like, look at this, you can do a combo point emote. When both sides of the points are by the same artist. Welcome Tiny, that's him, that's the Wolfie guy posting pants grab. Exactly. You tune into the stream and be like, that's him. That's my streamer right there. Welcome Info. I can't, my voice died for a second there. Welcome to the stream. A radiant salmon. An opulent small oyster. How is it so small? How is that oyster so small? Cloyster? What if it was Cloyster? The Pokemon. Look at his art. Amazing. Crows are always so careful. It's true. What's the button to... Okay, we can zoom in. We can hide the UI right here. And then screenshot. Amazing. Actually, I guess the ideal way would be to like have the camera all the way up so that the pixels are least distorted. Like this. Oh no, it's dark now. Don't you hate when that happens? When you want to take a screenshot but now it starts raining. I had that happen recently. I had drawn something and I was like, I'm gonna screenshot this. And then it was dark. And then the lobby closed and I did not get a good screenshot. What's the last photo I've taken? Like on my real camera? It was a photo of my backyard. There were like these purple flowers that I saw. I'm not going to show you the picture because then you'll know what my backyard looks like. There's like these purple flowers. I was like, I don't know what this is. Yeah, that was my most recent one. It's a heart. Wait, which one? Oh, your last photo or what? Or what? I guess I'll take a screenshot later. The Picross. Spoilers, you've spoiled the Picross puzzle. I was gonna do it. Eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. It's not deterministic unless you have the answer. What do you mean, though? There can't be multiple solutions. How can there be multiple hearts? That's not possible. Is there an animal that has multiple hearts? Like, I know cows have multiple stomachs. But is there an animal that has multiple hearts? I guess I could just look it up, probably. Bivalves, but isn't that like 2 valves to the same heart, though? Or are they, like, actually 2 different hearts? 2 Heart, isn't that a video game? An old Japanese game, visual novel. Whoa! Helicoprion is the animal that only shows up in the rain. Welcome, Polyglitch. Amazing. Cephalopods have 3 hearts. Man, they overachieved. I asked for 2 and they have 3. That's crazy. I think 2 Heart is getting a remake soon. I don't know. I never played it. I'm like half a year late on this compliment. I like the custom wallpaper cross. It was a good one. It was during the anniversary. Great one. Well, isn't this crazy? Hold on. You look at this in the background, right? If I'm reeling in, there's like an aliasing effect. You see that? Well, it's like it's moving. Holy frick! It's like it's like these pixels are moving. It looks so cool. I don't think there are animals with exactly 2 hearts. Yeah, because then how did they get consensus on which is the real heart? When you have 3, they can do voting, right? Welcome, Ranmu. Earthworms have 5 hearts. How is that possible? Hagfish. Hagfish? That's crazy. Okay, I want to get a photo specifically of these. That's a good rat. Look at these rats. Hagfish the streamer. Hagfish, isn't that the big guy from Harry Potter? He's like, you're a wizard. Hagfish. It's him. Cockroaches have 13 hearts. What are these? Why are these all like such large numbers? They can't just have 2 of them. Unbelievable. The rant. It's a rant right there. That's literally the rant. Xtag, what if you posted this image in the vacuously art hashtag? Wouldn't that be cool? Post it, and then they'd be like, whoa, what the? Hamflow 3 stare. Hamflow, are you streaming today? Have to figure out how to log into Twitter. You could also, there's also Blue Sky, if you use Blue Sky. Or you could not do it. You could choose not to do it. You could simply choose not to do it. Like, sometimes I do draw art, like fan art, and I just don't tag it. For whatever reason. It's usually when I do like sketches that have like a bunch of different streamers in it. Like, I'm not going to include all the hashtags. Toho? No, what even is Toho? I don't even know what that is. Imagine knowing Toho. And then the streamers find you anyway? Yeah, because they're following me. Some of them don't know though. Some people they've never seen. Not sure. Man, Hamflow is he's just never streaming again now. He was going to stream and then he didn't stream. I should though. I've made several VTuber fan arts and then never posted them anywhere except Discord. I think posting them on Discord is also fine. But then it assumes that you're on the Discord. The Disco Road. It's called a road. It's called a Disco Road. It is the road that you go. I've posted a single fan art on Twitter. Which one was it? Have you all posted fan art recently? Ended up getting sick after touching grass. What the frick? I can't believe this. Well, I hope you are no longer sick. I guess you are still sick, but I hope you will soon be no longer sick. The streamer could be in the fan Discord. I mean, I would hope so. I guess you're talking about like the big VTubers who don't participate in their own Discords. I'm too used to, you know, the indie VTubers that have their own Discords. There's one for Digishell, now Digico. I saw a tweet that piqued my humor. I ended up drawing one and tweeting. Well, I hope the streamer enjoyed it. I tried drawing a fan art on pen and paper and thought it was so bad I didn't post it anywhere. That also happens sometimes. Just out there not posting every single art piece. Every other one of the few I made is on Discord. Yeah, I remember the Zoli Wolfie fan art. There's the one where I'm designing a level. There's the one where I'm like a bird. Like at least 3 other ones. The one where there's like a what is it called? A cup with a straw in it. What's the Lord of the Owl one? I honestly don't remember. I don't know. I'm sure there was some context. Oh no, it's the stream ending song. It's not over yet. There was probably some reason for it. Surely there is a reason. They would not simply not post for no reason. Cup with straw. Wolfie looks like an owl. The Overwatch League. The Overwatch League. What if I drew on one of these streams? What would I draw? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a drawing stream. Although I guess if you count like this, I guess could this count as a drawing stream? Wow, look at this. Amazing art. Pillow? 2 pillows? I can't believe it. This guy has 2 pillows. Webfishing is a pretty fun art program because it's so limited. I think, yeah, what if you did, you know, you could do Game Boy graphics, maximum of 4 colors or 3 colors for sprites. No layers, no colors, no brushes, no nothing. Literally nothing. An opulent largemouth bass, which is actually very small. It's also fun because it's like also like kind of collaborative. You can draw stuff and then people can see it in real time and they can be like, whoa, that's crazy. Actually, I guess I never showed this except on the Vacuously Discord. When she was doing her web fishing stream afterwards, I did draw some stuff on there. Let me pull it up. Have I messed around on W place yet? I've actually had no interest in any of those place things. I don't know what it is. Just the idea is like I think it's cool. I just don't feel like participating. Alright, so I drew this. That's one of them. And then oh yeah, Tiny was also there. Oh, okay, need to catch this fish first. I have 100k points, but nothing near that much to spend them on. Yeah, there's nothing worth spending points on. Literally no channel redeems that are worth it. Okay, then we got this one. We got the Vacuo sit. And then I'm literally not pressing buttons yet I'm somehow fishing. How is that even possible? And then we have this is the screenshot that I took when it was like raining. I was like, man, I wish it wasn't raining. But it was there. It was raining. Also, I didn't realize that that cat up there is actually supposed to be my character. I can't point to it because it's like below, but like this one right here, it's actually supposed to be me. I didn't realize. I was like, wait, that's me. It's my character. Anyway, that's what I've drawn recently. Good times in web fishing. Anyone else do art recently? The anime girl one. I like this one. Yes, I drew this one. I wanted to join the web fishing lobby but missed the code and then just didn't bother. It does happen sometimes. It is life. That's how life is. Sometimes you miss and then you're like, I don't even feel like doing it anymore. Anyway, it's fine. It's fun times. I should probably draw more, but I don't know. I've just been like so into like Game Boy development. It's actually just so fun, like to work around like the hardware limitations. I feel like programming a Game Boy game itself is kind of like a puzzle. Cause like you're not just like thinking about how to develop the game. You're like, you gotta think about how to work around the restrictions of the Game Boy. You're like, oh, I can't just do this because you gotta like, you know, arrange the tiles in this way. You gotta like, you know, update the memory addresses. There's something about that is like, that's cool. Like I could have just made a Picross game in Godot or like some other engine. But like this is cooler. And I don't think I've seen anyone else do it. Everyone who's done a Picross like homebrew game on the Game Boy, it's always been like 8x8 tiles. You should make a Playdate game. Now that I don't really know about, because like that doesn't interest me as much. Like I know it's probably cool, but like it's such a like specific thing. It's like just such a specific console. You're making your Picross grade. I was thinking 8K of RAM is plenty. Yeah, I think 8K is like a lot. It's actually like so much. I don't know. There's fun times. Fun times out there. For people who are not here at the start of the screen, who didn't see me demonstrate this, you can in fact toggle the tiles. You can draw and also untoggle now. Yes, it is aligned. I figured it out. And then you could be like, whoa, look at that, it wraps around. You can draw things. You could look at the tile data. It's being updated in memory. As we speak, it's literally being updated on the tile viewer. And there's the tile map right there. It's also updated. It's very cool. Good times. You're like, Wolfie, how did you do it? You gotta show us the code. Oh, I did this. I added this. I remember before when I was like manually checking like what the positions were. It was kind of annoying. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like make a grid myself of where everything is. Like this is typically generated with something, but I just wrote this out by hand. Because there's only ever going to be one of these. Yes, the data looks... You notice I had Clang format off. I actually added... also, welcome Piss. I did also add a Clang format rules. Wait, I guess I didn't commit it. I did not commit my Clang format rules. Wait, where is it? I'm pretty sure I had it. Dot Clang format git poll. Maybe I didn't push it. Git push. And then I do this. I like the Taiyaki Museum of Fish Game Boy Picross game. One thing I hated was that you're holding the mark tile button, it would let you go diagonally. True, I should note that. I'm gonna write that down. There's a lot of things about Picross that you can get right. Let's see. To do, don't allow horizontal movement or market. Alright, so look at this. I've defined a Clang format that I copy from someone. I was like, how can I find Clang format that's similar to Rust? Because it was very much annoying me. You'll notice here the way that things were aligned was very bad. Also, look at this. I've defined... Isn't this funny? C doesn't have binary literals, so you know what I did? I've defined all of them. If you want to have like a binary literal that's literally 000, it's here. It's in this file. If you want to... Oh, I don't have 255. I didn't even add the last one. Makes sense to spell them out. Yep. Anyway. I've added formatting. It has binary literals? No. Not this one. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't. C11? Yeah, but this is like on the Game Boy though. Does this... I don't think... Does the SDCC... This is not Clang. This is the small device C compiler. I don't think it has it. I guess I could try it. Like, I'm pretty sure this doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. No, I didn't name it. Maybe it does work. Oh, it does. Wait, you're so right. It does work. I had no reason to do this. I literally had no reason to define all these things. Well, I guess you're right then. This guy knows his C programming. But I looked it up. It was like it doesn't exist, but it does. It wouldn't work in old C. I kind of assumed it wouldn't exist because this is not like a standard C compiler. I wrote firmware for an Atmel microprocessor. Man, what is your job? How do you know this stuff? You know Clang format. You're like, you can update Clang format for this. Anyway, does C allow you to start an identifier with number? It does not. Do firmware. Okay, but what about piss? What do you do? Cause yeah, like knowing C and like this kind of stuff is like, I would assume some sort of like microcontroller hardware stuff. Anyway, this is what I do. I've defined a blit function. It'll accept the position on the screen. It'll have the width and height of the thing you're trying to add. It'll have a flag if you want to clear it before writing to the screen. And then it writes it, and then we check if there's a tile on the right. We check if there's a tile below. You do this stuff. At a supermarket, programming at the supermarket. And then we create a mask. Look at this documentation. Create a mask that clears the bits overlapping the pattern. We start off with this mask. We shift it over by this, and we have this one, and then you shift it back. And then you invert it. And then you and it, and then that removes everything that's here and keeps everything that's outside. And then I do some stuff with the mask. Look at this, we got the mask. We got this stuff. My work goes inside your heart. No, I know what you do, Props Not Jack. You have mentioned this. Does the... whatever it's called. What's that thing called? Pacemaker? Isn't that like a movie? I wish they pay me to program. I just do normal retail. This guy works at the Amazon supermarket, programming the cameras that read your every movement. I can't believe this. Sadly, the startup I worked, that said boils. For 4 years is now getting fire sales for 1.5 million after 25 million in funding over the years. Doc's company, we've found the company that you work for based on this information. Everyone find recent startups that have sold for $1.5 million. Aware, is that the name of the company? Now everyone, look up everyone who worked at that company. Well, that's unfortunate though. I hope it goes well. Whatever is happening, hope it goes well. Plaque ablation in arteries. Plaque ablation. I don't even know what that means. Ablation. Isn't that the music editing DAW? Ablation. Guys, I have to explain. That's a reference to Ableton. Okay, thank you for understanding. I get it. Of the people that understand, you can always trust on piss to always understand. I also worked at a medical device startup. Man, imagine working for a startup. I did. And then I got laid off. Which is probably good, because then I found a better paying place. Just get more money. You know, that's how it goes. Just get more money. Trying to design the driving circuit for 350 volt AC 1.5 something stents. I don't know any of this stuff. Anyway, but check this out, guys. What if we did now that I know that these binary literals exist, to find a new pattern? What if we did that? What if we did this? If we had a pattern that was like a check mark, and then you can draw the check mark on the screen, literally, so easily. Oops. Okay, and then we take this one. We take a pattern check, and then you go down here, and then you do this. Now you can draw check marks on the screen. It doesn't look like that. Oh, right, because this is okay. It's not simply this. It's actually slightly more complicated. It's using the 2 bits per pixel thing. So it actually has to be this. The 2 BPP, that's not what it looks like. It should actually be 10. Leading a number with a 0 is an octal. Yeah, look at this. But what if it was 0B though? What if it was 0B? Anyway, I don't have these defined in code. They're actually imported from Sprite files. Is binary true? Wait, how do I open the directory that this thing was from? Open. Did you know that XXD can turn any file into a C file with the data in an array? I did not know about that. Generate hex dump, save it as a file. Revert plain text hex dump into binary, save it. Well, now I know. Now I am aware. Where was... wait. Was it this one? Ah, yeah, it was this one. So we have the, let's see, home/home. How do I get this thing to stop doing this? /home, Wolfie, code, this thing, that thing, this. This is where I define the drawable cells. You have empty, filled, crossed. And then if I make a new one, I have Bazel rules that will simply allow me to import this thing. It'll generate a C file. It's very cool. Whoops. Make a new, what do I do? New frame. New empty frame. Then you do this, and then what? And then you draw the check mark. I don't know how to draw a check mark apparently. And then if I add this tag, right, look at this new tag, check. And then I save it. And then all I have to do is go to my assets directory and go here. Now it was actually here, and then I just add my tag to this thing. And now it's available. It's literally available. And then pattern underscore check. It does not compile. Undefined identifier pattern check. Did I not save it? Well, theoretically it would work. Unfortunately, it does not work. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. I do not know why it doesn't work, and I probably should not spend the time figuring it out, because I should be ending my stream. It is about that time that I end my stream. But what if I did figure it out? No, keep streaming. Streamer, you can't end your stream. I just got here. Streamer, I just got here. You can't be... Oh no, it's pattern, it's cell, check, tiles. Right, that's all it was. I just had the wrong name. I simply just had the wrong name. Look, it's actually so easy. And then you could have it be like different colors. You could like add other things on top. You could save it, rerun it. Whoa, I drew corn. You can draw corn on the screen. You heard of corn on the cob? What about corn on the screen? Other colors, one of the other two? Exactly. Wow. See, if I didn't write these Bazel rules, I would have to, like, you know, go in here. I need to, like, click on export. I would need to, like, you know, export the PNG. I need to, like, go to asset, whatever, PNG to asset, whatever. Why does it say Evelyn, the modified dog? Because that's the dog that optimizes your code. That's Evelyn is the dog that changes your conditional flow. It's actually quite simple. It's like some kind of Easter egg that someone put in. Are they Ackerman? I think it's just someone just wanted to include a message about a dog. We've had various people on the forums be like, what does this mean? And then someone was just like, someone just wanted to include like a funny message about a dog. God, dog. A very confusing message to include in a compiler. Wait, what does this mean? Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Good stream. We've played some web fishing. Everyone, let's take a screenshot right here by the good art. Everyone. Alright, let's go sit down. Well, you can stand. You don't have to sit down. You can stand. Let me know if you want more sea help. I think it's fine. I know some things. I know enough to know how to Google stuff. Except apparently not to know about binary literals, I guess. Alright. Screenshot. Thank you for joining. Oh wait, how do I get this text off the screen? I can hide the UI? Okay. Did I play hopscotch? I did not, but I did see it. I did see it. I don't actually know how to play hopscotch. You like throw something somewhere and then like you do jump over that one. Something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna close the lobby. Thanks for joining. The stream will end right now. And by right now, I mean within the next minute or so. That was a good stream, right? We haven't done web fishing in a long time. And now we have. Alright. Let's see. Of these days, Australian Citizenship Day. We have an Australian in the chat right now. International Country Music Day. Apple Dumpling Day. Pet Carbon Monoxide Safety Day. Who? That's you. That's you right there. School Backpack Awareness Day. We have multiple Australians. I did not know that you were Australian. But now I know. I'm going to put that in my notes. I'm going to write it down right now. Today I learned A_Pullen is Australian. Oh, but okay, but you're you know, but came to America in 1991. All right, let's see. Which one of these days? It's a good rate message. Pet bird day. Probably, I guess of all the ones here, that one would make the most sense as a raid message. National Pet Bird Day raid. Alright, who do I raid? Who's streaming? Let's see. Of these people that are streaming, what if I sent you to what about this person? Oh, wait, what is this? special events. That is a collaboration stream. I will not be raiding into a collab stream. Okay, what about this person? Let's raid Fangu. National School Backpack Awareness Day. Why do they need to be aware? Because you should know that they exist. Imagine not knowing. Well, now you're aware. Maybe you should look it up, because once you look it up, then you'll know why they want you to be aware of them. Have you considered this? No? Now you have. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I'll be back on Friday with probably some more Picross Game Boy development. Look forward to such things, such as maybe like there being numbers on the screen and like solvable puzzles. I don't know. Something. Good times. Good times, guys. Backpack. Love this creature. The C program. Yeah, C program. I sure did. Am I right, guys? It was right there. It was literally on the screen right there. C program. Yes. There, where? Where? Where, guys? Where? I'm on a C program diet. I C program. I eat the program. Bites. A bite. I bites the program. But guys, bites. Okay, anyway, the raid's gone. Goodbye.